Morning, Abdi. So, first wee video for a couple of days just because I've been buggering about making a ladder. Anyway, Bitcoin. I think it looks like, well, the 4 hour was giving me the impression that things might just give us a wee dip here, and I shelled this target. Actually, it was a wee bit higher than that, but I've simplified the fibs just from that last local low to this current point here, and the 236 is at 61,391, but you can actually, my order, as I think I shelled, is a wee bit higher than that. It's about 61,600. In fact, I just went for 61,666 for fun. Yeah, it's the 0.5 basically on this from this last leg. Yep, 61,648. It's coming up on buy bit anyway. Let me change the colour of them. And then I've also been kind of watching these fibs, and I'll continue to do that until they fail, which is just an extension from that low. Looks like a three-wave move up, and then potentially a three-wave move down by a weak one. So I don't know what the German would call them, ABC or something. Okay, so there anyway, that's the extensions. It's given us kind of some help on the way up, you know. I was kind of hoping for 786, but didn't quite get that. Well, not yet anyway, I mean, but it does look like things are kind of slowly burning out a wee bit here. That's a bit messy, but nevertheless, I'll just leave it there, change the colour. Okie dokie. So we got that first test on the 618, came back and then up, and yeah, it looked like it was going to maybe give us a test of the 786, that 65k. We haven't had that, or it doesn't look like it's coming yet. You could argue that's a wee bull flag forming, but I was watching the 4 hour, and if volatility gets down and begins to base off and stochastic is still facing down, then you've got that potential for a wee dump on the 4 hour. I like to watch the 4 hour for the kind of pivots, and I wouldn't say major, sort of decent tradable pivot points, you know. Oops, fucking max. What's going on here on the 1 hour? Actually, this could give us potentially a wee rally at the weekend here, this setup. And you know what, it might be a wee micro bear flag. I guess we need to make a new high in order to think that, or at least get a closure above those last closures on an hourly. So that would be like here. So if you see some hourly closures above that, where's that? That's way up at 63,800 basically. Then who knows? Stranger things have happened. I think there could potentially still some bullish stuff going on for alts over the weekend, because people that trade alts are typically kind of going to be thinking, woohoo, it's time, and they'll keep buying over the weekend, and then potentially we get a dip into next week. But I think for me, like, the sort of week closed relatively high. Everyone's maybe looking for this extra wee dip on price due to this kind of quad witching Crown was on about. That seems to be another non-event, and everything was just continuing on its way up, unless they make new positions next week into the kind of the new week, and they start to, like, the fund managers start jigging out, poking in around next week. I am not sure, but that's what my thoughts on Bitcoin. Potentially this wee pullback. I've certainly got a good buy here at this 61,666 area, and structurally it looks like it's just going to be retesting this last wee wick high here. There'd be definitely more support down at the 0.5. If it starts getting below that, then you've got to think something else is happening and it's going to go lower. But so that'd be my kind of last line in the sand. This spread 0.5, just as based on that previous resistance, which was ideally turning into support. If things are really bullish, it'll bounce off that 618, that 61,600 area, I would guess. Alrighty, guys, if you've got any coins you want me to look at, just keep shelling them, and we'll collectively we can hopefully keep running nice trades as we get into this bull run. Hopefully that's the start of things to go up now. So I just shill them in the chat, we'll get looking at them, and we can all benefit. Alrighty, cheers.